Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Learn, Plan, Profit. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day. It's 7:19. It's about 10 minutes until that natural gas report comes out. And I'm super excited to be doing this with you guys one or another time, right? Looks like I should probably share my screen. That would kind of make sense. I sent out a message and I don't think it showed. I'm gonna see from, let's see. No. Let's see if anything pops up. No. I sent out a message and it showed red, and I thought people were responding to it, but yeah, it was right around here. Nope. Okay. Never mind. My name's Ricky. I day trade. All right. So I want to see how all of you guys are doing today. What's up? What's up? So TOS sucks today. Yes, I've been hearing that TOS has been extremely laggy, but let's be completely honest. It's probably not the worst day when it comes down to trading. Am I right? I just in the last. I wasn't able to trade for the first 30 minutes of the market open, but just in the last what was that 3 minutes? No, about 10 minutes. I took the position when I jumped in the shower right now, and I set my limit order right around this SMA line, right around 790 was where the SMA line was at. I set my limit order at 791, and due to this ascending uptrend pattern, right as it hit $8, I literally just sold, and guess what? With JNEG, $136.65 on one simple trade. It's still showing signs of it being bullish. Obviously, it's still showing signs of it pushing up. I just wanted to be conservative and lock in profits. But I can't even imagine for all those that were able to scalp this. Again, 3% there, right? About 1.6%. And not just that, but DGAS. This thing freaking killed it, right? Aggressive ascending uptrend pattern. I mean, since the market has opened, it's almost been peaking out, right? So it's almost been flatlining. So, wow, definitely not the most aggressive ascending uptrend pattern. But right as I got up, I also saw this huge push up TNDM had. It sold off, and then now it's trying to push it back up. Again, if you don't feel comfortable trading, I don't feel comfortable trading TNDM. And I'm someone that's been trading it like pretty aggressively for the past couple of weeks. I just think this is too volatile for me. And the risk/reward just necessarily isn't worth it for me, right? It's been aggressively selling off on this 180-day chart, right? So it's been getting rejected by this EMA line. And I just need to, understand that. I just need to forget about all the hype, forget about how much money I think I'm missing out on, and just remember and stick to the basics. I think that's what's important. So how to make $136 in the shower? No, right? Well, it was just what I was doing during that time. But yeah, for all those that were asking, am I still feeling extremely sick? No, actually not. What's it called? We took some NyQuil last night, and it works. I didn't think that. I thought because I was like Mexican, it doesn't work that well on me. But no, it definitely works. So I do apologize for the inconvenience of waking up 30 minutes late and having this delayed live stream and stuff like that. So definitely not going to take any more of that NyQuil. I still have a runny nose, as you guys can tell. I might sound a little funny. And then that's really just it. Funny nose and like an itchy throat. But I'm all good, super blessed, super happy to be here. And I almost feel like revived or like re-energized. And today's the natural gas report. So what is it that we do? Grow a mustache. Yeah. Juan, if only it was that easy, I would definitely grow a mustache. But I don't think I really have a choice. But for all those that were waiting on that natural gas report, what is it that we're waiting to happen, right? So why do we always look forward to this natural gas report? Same thing with the crude oil report. What is so special about it? And what's my approach with it? Doesn't mean that this is the approach that you have to have, but what's my approach? Do you guys remember? Caesar's like, Team Mexico. What's going on, my man? Dip buy opportunity. Team UGAS. Why wouldn't say Team UGAS or Team DGAS or anything like that, right? As we don't know which one is truly, right? I want to ask you guys, can anyone tell me which ETF, UGAS or DGAS, is going to go up? Do we know? No. Like, we don't know, right? Like, can we all agree on that? Like, no one knows exactly which ETF is going to either sell off. Okay, JNUG just broke above 86. I think it just made almost highs for the day. Really nice push up. Super happy to see that. FOMO. Okay. But yeah. So, do you guys know? Buy the dip. Exactly. So, looking at natural gas, right? So, Pascal, what's going on, man? Hope Germany is treating you well. But pretty much what I look for, and this is myself, right? This natural gas report comes out every single week, which it's almost like, this natural gas report comes out every week. One goes up, one goes down. Pretty obvious, right? Why is this effective? So look, DGAS is going up right now, right? And if it sells off 2.5% to 3%, which is the normal sell-off, this thing can sell off, and due to the aggressive ascending uptrend pattern, I could buy the dip, and as it recovers, that could be all margin of potential profit if it recovers, right? I usually try to focus on whichever one's being bullish on the day, and if that one sells off, then those are the two sets of criteria that I really try to look for. And then obviously it no longer selling off and making higher highs and stuff like that. So again, I don't know which one is going to go up. I don't know which one's going to go down. The natural gas report, for all those that are asking, you guys can Google it to try to find it as it comes out. But it literally comes out that minute, and it's an actual report which you'll have to read. And it wouldn't make much sense. It wouldn't be very effective for people that have access to it, electronically right away, that actually know how to read it super quick and then make sense of whether that's in favor of being bullish or bearish for natural gas. And then deciding to buy in or sell, right? It literally, like, once that minute hits, once that second hits, it's selling off or it's pushing up. So yeah, I think, Corey, 100%, do not try to predict the future, right? I think that's easier said than done. You get FOMO, right? And I know a lot of people are probably in either DGAS or UGAS position. We're gonna have people on both sides of the spectrum. I just think it's a much safer investment to not try to predict the future and just focus on what you can actually manage, and that's buying the dip on something that you might see value in. And even if you don't see value in that, then guess what? You don't have to take a position. So JNUG just broke and made highs for the day. It just went up another 1%. Again, but asking ourselves, is this a good deal? Is this a good deal? No, right? I mean, I sold at like $8, and it's pushed up about another 1%. So yeah, that would have been nice. And my position size was actually really small. I think it was about $10,000. So it's about 1/3 of what it normally was. So, definitely not bad. As you can tell, well, yeah, there it goes, 810. So I'm going to set my alert here for the break below the middle VWAP and try to see, again, if I can focus on getting it for a good deal as something is, actively trending up. So I think that would be safe to say. How's TNDM doing? TNDM might be hitting a resistance here at 33.50. I also wanted to ask you guys, how's the stream quality right now? And then on top of that, the light, how you think like the light is, or the quality of like light for this video. And then the last thing is like, how's the sound? Is it better? Are we getting better? Am I like... Okay, I think I'm officially maybe a YouTuber because I have a YouTube room. Does that make me an official YouTuber? I was so against about buying equipment for like just YouTube. It just seems so funny to me. But then I had to realize that, again, I have a lot of, it's not just YouTube, it's people that I speak to every day that, the better quality it is, the, better experience you guys will have. So I hope you guys like it. If you guys have any recommendations, then feel free to let me know. I think the next step would be a better camera, not using my built-in camera, but having an actual camera that I dock up for better stream quality. So looking forward to that. And yeah, I mean, other than that, we're just going to pop a couple things in the back here, and then we'll go from there. So here we go, natural gas. We have about 45 seconds left. 45 seconds. So, do you have planned streaming in 1080p? I think I have it in 1080p. I have it in like the highest resolution. All right, guys, 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left now. 20, yeah, there, 20 seconds. You're big time now. Need a camera crew. No, not a camera crew, but just a camera. Sound could be better. I might have to make the microphone then I think a little bit more sensitive, right? There we go, 7:30. Nice little push up. So that's in favor of you guys. That's not pushing up too aggressively. Oh, wait, what's this? Is it just my TOS or is it lagging? No, it got rejected now. There it goes. Looks like it actually got rejected. What the heck? Warner? Oh, what the heck? Okay, my TOS is extremely laggy. I get what you guys mean now. Okay, and now it just sold off. Okay, now it's selling off. There it goes. Back down to 850, 8450. It literally hit highs of, what was that? There we go. So Diaz with that nice little pop. But look at its overall direction. So although it did pull back a little bit, again, we're brought back down to the support. There we go. Aggressive sell-off. Huge push up. So you guys should have a huge push down. Back down to, we might, here. I like this. Oh shoot, this is an expensive stock. I can't do that. I'll take a 50% position at first. Let's see. Let's see it. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see. So I got filled at 84.08. Here we go. There we go, just broke above 84.40 on the ask. Let's see if we could break above 84.30 on the bid. There we go, nice push. 84.50 on the ask, I like it. So resistance is most likely based off of indicator. We might experience a slight resistance as it approaches, $85. There we go. Nice little push. All right. So, yeah, I'm confused. Diaz is what we're supposed to buy when natural gas goes down. I thought no. So, okay, Scott, and this is my approach, right? This doesn't mean that this is the right way. This is just how I simply do it. So there's this natural gas. What's a report, right? Like what's news, right? It's news. It's a positive or negative catalyst on something that you're trading probably or watching, right? So let's make sense of this. This report comes out and it's going to be in favor of one or the other, right? Can we agree on that? So it might be favor, for instance, it's in favor of degas, right? So not natural gas. Natural gas got rejected, right? So with that understanding, natural gas got rejected, right? So it sold off very quickly due to that catalyst. But once that catalyst and that news dies out, as it normally does for natural gas reports after 30 minutes to an hour, the one that's sold off aggressively due to the news will begin to recover. That's my approach. Does that make sense? So when there's a catalyst, there's a bunch of hype behind it, right? So it sells off very aggressively. And then as that sell-off happens, it begins to recover. So when something pushes up super quick, does it stay up there? No, it tends to pull back and then maybe continue to uptrend. So that's why, I'm looking at UGAS as something that sold off, might try to push up and then might continue to sell off, but at least I could buy the dip and then lock in profits right away. Does that make sense? So it looks like we might be seeing a resistance. Wow, that resistance is a lot stronger than I thought. We saw resistance right around this EMA line. So you wait for the sell-off and then buy the opposite. Yeah, that's normally my approach. Depending on how aggressively it sells off, I saw that you guys was showing signs of potential recovery, so I felt comfortable buying the dip and then riding the recovery. It's all about that dip buy opportunity, the way that you could present it or try to view it. Oh, that's like Caesar. That's funny that you say that. So next week I'll save one of my day trades for Thursday. Literally, it's what people do. Like, how many of you take into consideration? Like, a lot of people's goal, right, is 2 to 3% growth a week. I think that's very easy to say, right? A lot of people aim for that, specific margin of profit, right? So when it comes down to the sell-off that just happened, right? 2.7%, it makes sense on let's say this ends up recovering, right, all the way back up to let's say just 85.50, right? The dip by opportunity at an average of $84, back to 85.50. That's 1.75%. That's not bad, right? On just one day trade. So again, depending on your approach and how if you've ever tested this out, I would really. No, and Anderson, I don't know if you retracted your message. 100%, if that's a bad idea in your eyes, that I want to hear why you don't see value in that, because I think the knowledge that you might share might be something that might be of value for other people that might be wired like yourself. That's why I never encourage people to the natural gas reports became such a big deal because I talked about it very briefly and then I talked about my approach on the sell-off. I think, a couple months back, and ever since then, people have been so excited about them. So then we focus a little bit more on them. It doesn't mean that you have to trade them. And that's why if there's any video where I've ever told anyone where to buy and where to sell, send it to me because I obviously don't know about it. There's never been a time nor a message out of the years that I've been doing this with TechBot Solutions that I've ever told anyone where to buy and where to sell. And it's because I don't feel comfortable telling someone where to invest your hard-earned money. And I know we're all wired in different ways and we could all share value. So I know, Anderson, you retracted the message and you said that you thought it was a bad idea. I would truly love to learn more about why you might not find it to be, the best deal. So I meant to hold the trade to save a day trade. My apologies. Okay. And for anyone that doesn't feel comfortable, or knows something, it's not even doesn't feel comfortable, but for someone that knows something on why they don't feel comfortable, or don't like, buying the dips based on their experience, 100% share that with the team. Not only just myself, but share it. We have a whole channel for that. It's called the mistakes channel, or in the main chat if it went well for you, but why you still don't want to trade it. I think that's ideal. JNUG just broke. Oh man, so JNUG oversold. It's overbought, right? So JNUG breakout. Elliott, 100%. Very oversold though, right? Very overbought. Look at this potential sell-off. Look at this potential sell-off on DGAS and how it's really riding this middle view up. If this thing begins to sell off, we have the opportunity to, there it goes. See it? This is so cool. I literally chose the two absolute worst days to not trade. Did I not? Did I not choose the two most absolute worst days to not day trade? I think I did. Yesterday, I took one day trade, and again, I don't want to minimize my profits, right? But it was $130, and for how much I normally trade, it was just wow, really? I chose that day to not take action and to feel sick. And then today, literally the TNDM, JNUG, DGAS, super simple pattern, simply focusing on what's actively trending up, and could have been these days could have. I'm so happy that so many of our traders were able to have such green days, not just today but yesterday as well. Yesterday was kind of if you focused on ETFs, for those that were trading DGAS, and then I think it was JNUG as well that had a very bullish day. I saw a lot of people have one of their largest days yesterday. I haven't caught up on all my direct messages today, but I saw someone just share that they had a $3,000 day. That's freaking crazy. I can count with one hand how many days I've had that have been over $3,000. And I've been doing this for years. So to see someone just get started and do that, it's ridiculous. It's so amazing. And it's such a blessing, and I think we just need to admit that to ourselves and how blessed we are to be able to make money by investing money. And if you don't feel like you're there when it comes down to being able to actually grow your account, to use that as motivation, not just for myself, right, but to see other people do well, to focus that much more on being that much more selective with your trades, being that much more disciplined with your exits and your entries and your exits, and just focusing on overall quality, right? I think that's something that we could all, really see a value. Yeah, I'm seeing it. So you guys pumped up. It's pulling back a little bit right now. We might get rejected by the middle view up. I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. Again, my position size is about 50%, so I'm not too nervous. But I see signs of potential recovery all the way down, all the way up to about the SMA line. And I see DGAS showing signs of a potential sell-off. Do you see this? How the EMA line is starting to show signs of potential sell-off. It's been making lower lows, and it's trying to push up, but then continuously just makes lower lows, right? So I think those people having larger days are doing options. Now, there was the individual that shared his $3,000 day with me. I know his account size. He shared it with me, and he just trades stocks. I know some people within our group do trade options. Again, I think I had a couple direct messages on Instagram and stuff like that. I've never traded options, nor do I talk about myself trading options. It's just not something that I do. I think it's great for those that have a good amount of money to like mess with, but it's extremely risky, right? I've had a lot of people that in the beginning like had huge green days, and then it's just one bad trade where you can, I think, lose the entire thing if I'm not mistaken. So that's just too high of a risk for me, and the reward is great, but the risk is also great as well. Tesla sitting at support. So okay, let's check this out. Yep. Wow. Okay, I like it. So Tesla is sitting at support. Margin is 3%. Holy moly. This is intraday margin. So 1 day, 1 minute margin. So I just set my alert for the potential reversal. I'm going to try to focus on that. And resistance right around 260 is where I'm putting it at. Trying to be a little bit conservative. Not just based off of today's resistance, but yesterday's resistance. I think that kind of makes sense, right? And then overall, I'm going to wait for a bounce and then wait for the break above that. So by the way, in your case, why not $30,000 and not more? Sounds like you could trade with more. So 100%, George, I can trade with more, just like many others. And one of my biggest focuses is like not becoming like I've progressively asked, for those that have been watching me for like years, right? You guys can see that I've been progressively like slowly investing more money, right? And the reason why is I feel like I continue to refine myself as a trader, which makes me more confident, which then makes me feel more confident and encourages me to trade with larger money. There's two reasons. First of all, I think I trade with enough money that I can still hit my, yearly goal, right? And my weekly goal and my monthly goal, that I don't need to trade with, $50,000, $100,000. Also, I feel like emotionally, if I feel with my trading, yes, I can be there when it comes down to trading with larger accounts, but emotionally, that's something that I still have to work on, because if I were to, let's say, instead of $30,000 times 3, it's $90,000. I've had days where I've been down like, $1,000. And I'm swing trading something and it's just a break of pattern. If I were to experience a $3,000 loss and see that, it's just something that I have to like equip myself to, right? And slowly, progressively get to that. The second reason is, again, although I am investing in the stock market to make money, I need to make sure that I put myself in a situation that's at least somewhat relatively similar to the people that are part of our team, right? That are part of TechBud Solutions, that are part of Learn Plan Profit. And even myself right now trading with $30,000 is very unrealistic for some people. So there's already this disconnection. And that's the last thing that I want. Why do I respond to my direct messages every single day for both the Learn Plan Profit and both for TechBud Solutions? And TechBud Solutions is free, right? Why do I trade live every day? Because I feel like I want to stay connected. And the more that I continue to disconnect myself, especially in account value, the more disconnected that also our viewers will feel like. And if there's someone that's just getting started and they see myself having, 5, 10K days, and they're struggling to, break $50 a day, it's very discouraging. It's not something that is like motivating, right? And again, I'm definitely here to make money when it comes down to my trading, but I want to be so much more focused in the success of our traders. And the less I can do to discourage someone, the better. If I could trade with less of a dollar value and relate to more people and help them with their struggles that they're experiencing, because I could experience that on the daily, then that makes sense. So, yeah. So Jason, yeah, feel free to send over your response. I'd be more than happy to answer it, as long as it's not like disrespectful or personal. I don't know what your response was yesterday, but yeah. Oh my God. Did you guys see that push? Hit highs of 85.70, 85.80. It's selling off now. Dr. Jennifer Berry, the People's Trader. Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. So Marco, do you think that you'll ever do a challenge when you trade with a larger amount of money? If there's a purpose for it and a benefit for our overall community, maybe. If we do a month where it's like, I'll trade for a charity, then maybe. We've been thinking about a bunch of different things that are creative and that is beneficial to our community and giving back. And I'll do it for that, but I will not do it for my own sake because, again, it doesn't outweigh the potential exhaustion that our newer traders might experience. And that's much more important to me. Okay, let's check it out. AMD. How much are we up? 84.082. I like that. Almost 2%. I like it. Beast mode. I really like this question. So how do I get over the fear of getting in a trade but freaking out over a big red candle and selling right away when I could have made much larger gains? Perfect question. Alan, right now, as you're just getting started, and we made a video about this, as you're just getting started, the only reason that you should take a position, this is for everybody that's just getting started and struggling to have the confidence. Someone can just come to the market and just has the utmost, most like amazing confidence ever, and all power to them. I was not like that. And one of the things I wish I was told is when you're just getting started, your number one focus should be like building your confidence and understanding of every single thing that you do. And if you're not there, then buy one share, because people can approach it with paper trading, but then they could be like, well, that doesn't really do anything for me, right? There's no emotions attached to it. Buy one share. You'll have some skin in the game. Buy one share, and all you have to do until you feel extremely confident, and then you can trade with real money, but buy one share to have some skin in the game and see how it plays out. The one share will at least have some skin in the game, but yet you will not feel emotionally attacked, right? When something pulls back or does not go according to plan. I think that's the best approach that I would have. Holy moly. I'm going to sell. All right. What did I sell? 350. Ah! That was so cool. 359, not bad. Or 86.59. So beast. Yeah, I literally sold right before it popped. But look, the SMA indicator can act as a resistance, so I didn't feel comfortable. The RSI is super overextended. And, it's due for a pullback. I think that's easier said than done, right? So we bought the dip at, what was that? 84.08. And I sold at, not there, around there, 86.59 or 86.60. Perfect. So 2.97%. So happy with my trade. It played out better than how my plan was, right? Or how I originally thought it was going to be. So yeah, definitely very happy with that trade. And there it goes. There it goes, shooting up, broke above $87. And I know, 3% in 19 minutes. I like it. Yeah, okay. Wow, Corey, you counted every minute. My goodness. This was my best trade so far. John, I freaking love that. Holy moly, it's up another 10. Oh my gosh, it's literally up another $1. Natural gas is getting To the moon? Let's not say that, Ishmael. You guys crack me up. This is the best video game. It's if you view it more as a game, right? So this is the approach, right? And I think I need to make a video about it to like slap some people back into place. But let's approach it like this. Like, so many of you guys have so many different things that you guys are doing, and trading is probably just a side hobby for you, a way to maybe learn more about a new market, become a little bit more involved with with an entrepreneurship type of group, and then on top of that, something that you can actually like learn to grow your account. It's a skill set which really can benefit you for the rest of your life. I think we could all agree on that, right? And let's make sense of it that in the very beginning, like, let's not aggressively approach it that, we're going to make money right away. But if you focus on it, again, taking that one share approach of proving to yourself that you know how to grow your account, and you do that until you feel extremely confident in yourself to actually trade, how amazing is it? And again, to be in a position where you can invest money to make money, right? When it comes down to risk management, when it comes down to entry points, when it comes down to exit points, right? All these things that you're going to need to focus on when you're getting started to refine, to become a better trader, is something that you need to test as you're just getting started. Develop yourself as a, as you get older, you become more of your own person, less of your parents and your family, the people that molded you, and more as a unique individual like yourself, because it took time and experience to mold you into the person who you are today. Same thing with trading. There's going to be experiences, mistakes, best practices that are going to mold you to a specific trader in which, will lead to your overall success or something that you're comfortable with. But the biggest thing is understanding and learning that actual skill set that can actually lead to long-term success. Just imagine, like, I know we have glorified like 6 figures, right? That everyone wants to break that and stuff like that. And I get that that's amazing, that's great. But just imagine this. If you focus on actually knowing and understanding how to grow your account for the rest of your life, right? For the rest of your life, especially as, let's say, you begin to retire and stuff like that. J-Knight just broke above $8.36, and I'm getting FOMO. But one of the things is, just imagine for the rest of your life, you'll have this skill set that, even if you have, $15,000, $25,000 down the road, again, if you set that as a goal, which I think that's a goal that all of us, can really achieve by the age, by that age, right? Or, let's say in like 20 years, like that's the goal that you want to set, having $25,000 in your account and simply being able to make, $200 a day with that $25,000 account. That's not very unrealistic, right? It's literally focusing so much right now to understand what it is that you're doing, so later down the road you can truly benefit. And again, we have, and I've been there, right? We have this approach and this very aggressive way to try to identify or try to like, oh my goodness, hold up. Oh, I'm getting FOMO right now. Yeah, there's 3 things that I think that really discourages traders to never trade again. First of all, they try to think that they have it all figured out in the very beginning, and they go in very aggressively, right? Just because they have access to the money, and they invest a certain amount of money, emotions get attached, they lose a large amount, they never want to trade again. Also FOMO, fear of missing out, right? You take a position based on other people's opinion or due to the fear of missing out on the margin of opportunity or margin of profit, with thinking about just the profit for today, but not your overall discouragement that you are going to have in the future, right? So if you actually just focus on, let me just focus on actually developing myself as a trader now so I could benefit in the future. No one really thinks about it that way. There's actually been very few people that have been part of the Learn Plan Profit, program that have messaged me that this is something that I truly want to do for the rest of my life. So I'm going to focus on actually understanding what I'm doing and just continue to test it until I feel comfortable to invest real money. That mindset is so much different than, again, let's go in it right now, try to make $100 and let's just kill it. And I think it's because we view people that are already in that position as maybe like myself, and I need to make it more apparent for our traders that, again, it's a skill set that you will have for the rest of your life. So let's focus on building it first before we focus on the dollar value. John is saying, you guys went up $2 since I sold. Yep, I agree, right? It was like right around, where did I sell? 86.59. Where is it? Another 1.6%. Okay. FOMO is a... Oh, so Casey, I can't say that on camera, so... Alright. We are absolutely killing it today. Let's lock in profits on JNEG. Yes, it's aggressively pushing up. I would lock in profits on this. DGAS itself, showing some signs of consolidation. I'd still be very sketched out to like try to buy the dip on this one as it's been aggressively selling off right now. It looks like natural gas is probably trying to show signs of a reversal of pattern. So I'm going to wait for a pullback confirmation and see which direction it identifies, right? And then we talked about TNDM a little bit, receiving some consolidation right around $33. Again, it's just not worth the risk for me, not even the 1.6%. I'd rather trade out something else. We're seeing Microsoft kind of consolidate. Someone talked about AMD looking like a good intraday play. Okay, it's making lower highs, something that we might want to take into consideration. So just make sure that you are aware of that. Good night, people. Time for bed in Korea. What's going on, Paul? So good night. Thank you again for tuning in. I like that. Thank you again so much for sharing. All right. Any thoughts on GoPro? GoPro looks very overextended on the day. So let's look at the 5-day, 5-minute chart. Let's look at the 180-day chart, see what direction it's been going. So it looks very oversold. Okay, so I like that. But it's been showing the signs of this descending pattern. So I would wait for a little bit more confirmation of this direction. I see why you see value in it because it's so oversold and it's above the EMA line. But just to put yourself in the shoes of the people that were above the EMA line over here, look how much they're down, right? Do you want to be down 17% as well? Probably not, right? Or where it's at right now, 10%? Probably not, right? So it was above the EMA line, almost exactly like this, and then just continued to sell off. So I would wait. Again, one thing that we've been struggling to see is for this thing to start making higher highs. So as a day trade, I mean, it would make sense as a day trade if it, again, but it's still not a good deal. It's progressively moving up, but it's so overextended that it has more margin of loss than it does for profit. And that's not worth the risk, at least not for myself, right? Oh, here we go. There's that MACD reversal. Look at that RSI. Just set my alert. All right, Paul. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. So SQQQ confirmation. I did see that TQQ started selling off, right? So that makes sense on why the direction might change. I would be a little bit patient. I mean, if I were to go into a position right now, it would be much more relaxed and not very aggressive. It's still, I would like a little bit more of a confirmation that it pulls back, bounces off the middle view up, and then continues to uptrend. Again, pullback confirmations are always ideal for myself in my style of trading. JNUG, again, there it goes. Up over 12% on the day. What a day. So crazy. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be looking at. Now that, so it's looking like it's trying to push right back up again. I just want to be a little bit more patient, right? I don't want to get back into a position that I don't feel comfortable in. So that's definitely my approach as of right now. So I'll let you know on that, how that one goes. But, oh my goodness, just as I say that, it pops up. Whatever. All right, I'm going to have to stop looking at it. Literally, I have one of the worst like trading anxieties where I have like the worst FOMO. I need to step away from my computer and not be on. And it's so hard because that's what my work has to do with. Because then you guys start to message me and be like, hey, I see a lot of value in this. And I'm like, oh, me too. Maybe I should trade it too. You know, it's like, ugh. I need to like be a little bit more patient. And it's something that I think I still need to help myself understand. So yeah, it's like, I'm addicted to trading. I'm going to go to a group. No, I don't want to joke around about addiction. Sorry about that. SQQQ. There you go. So your opinion on Amazon? Just buy one share? Well, no, that wouldn't really work for me. Okay, so you're down right now. It's offering this horizontal pattern. So I would say this would almost make a day trade. Holy moly, why are all these things offering day trade opportunities? These huge companies. I mean, there's still no confirmation, right? So I'd set my alert here. It definitely looks oversold. So I would identify this based on previous patterns around this area to be a resistance, a conservative resistance. All right. And then the other one that we're looking at was not Microsoft, but it was, what was it? What was that stock that we're looking at right now? It was a big company. Oh, Tesla. Yeah, but was it Tesla? What the heck is going on with my TOS? Yeah, I think it, oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, Tesla was reaching this. Yeah, so I put my alert here at the break above this. Tesla's selling off right now, so I would stay away from it. And if Amazon follows that same, thing where it continues to make lower lows, I would just stay away from it. There it goes. DGAS is trying to recover. UGAS should be selling off. Let's be patient. Let's set those alerts and let's go from there. So ticker symbol SQ is the last breakdown that I'll be doing. And a very aggressive sell-off. So no signs of a reversal just yet. I think this is a perfect, oh wow, I'm gonna add this one here. Multi-billion-dollar company that's selling off, offers good deal opportunity. Count me in for the reversal. So I think we did an amazing job today when we're able to identify that, hey, the overall market isn't doing well. But then that's why if we focus on what ETFs, there's always going to be one that's bullish, right? It doesn't mean that there's always one that's worth taking advantage of, because if the margin of profit isn't worth it for you, then again, it's not worth it. But there's always going to be one that's, progressively bullish for the day. So that's why it's great to understand ETFs, understand their direction, understand the correlating futures to see if you're getting a good deal and what can make a good day trade. To maybe, when the overall market isn't so good, that at least you can take advantage of that so-called opportunity. So I want to congratulate everyone that successfully just traded with me today. And for everyone that maybe didn't do so well, I hope that something that we talked about today was something that you saw of value. There's a lot of, I think, different things that I covered when it came down to like how I trade in the natural gas report. I need you guys to know that the way that I traded with UGAS today, and I bought the dip and it played out according to my plan, it 100% did not have to go that way. And I need to rephrase this every single time, because it could have gone according to my plan to a certain degree, right? So I bought the dip and then it started to show signs of a reversal. There were so many potential areas. So like the EMA line, the middle VWAP, and any other resistance here, $86, that could have acted as a resistance but did not, right? It was extremely bullish. It pushed up very aggressively, and it was because I saw that its overall sense of direction. I don't know if you guys saw even before the report, I saw that it was really riding the middle VWAP for a potential reversal, and DGAS was really riding the middle VWAP for a potential sell-off, and that's what I found so attractive about it. But again, it did not have to go according to my plan, and that's why risk management, although we don't talk about it too much, is so important. So let's make sure that every time that you plan out your trade, there has to be an exit strategy. You could only be successful and actually grow your account if you can control how much money you give back. So let's make sure that we understand that. If you have struggle with cutting losses, let's make sure that we write that down, and that this week you learn something new. Either you build emotionally or you learn something new that will lead to your success when it comes down to playing the defense, and that's managing your risk. So thank you guys again so much for your time. I hope that you guys all have an absolute amazing day. So did I look at JDST? Not yet. JNUG is being extremely bullish on the day. I don't want to trade against the potential reversal and try to predict the reversal, as we know that that's not going to play out very well for us. But I want to thank you guys again for your time. I actually had a lot of fun in this live stream. So although it was delayed, I do apologize for that inconvenience that it might have had on some of you. I was about 30 minutes late. And yeah, I really do appreciate your guys' time and your patience. I got so many messages yesterday wishing me to get well soon and get better and stuff like that, get some sleep. So I haven't caught up on sleep altogether, but I'm just so excited. There's just so much excitement working with you guys every single day and all the opportunities that we're given every single day. It's just such a blessing. So I just want to remind you guys to have an amazing day. There's always something to smile about. And if there's anything that I can do to make your day better, then feel free to message me. I'd love to, do that for you guys. So hopefully, you guys all have an amazing day. Like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team. Boom. All right, bye.